It's Friday, and for many New Zealanders that means pie day, a lunchtime treat of mince and cheese or maybe steak and mushroom to round off the week. But what about a traditional meat pie that doesn't actually have any meat in it? Well, that was the goal for the National Vegan Pie Awards, which took place in Auckland today. Dozens of bakers submitted entries from around the country with not a trace of animal product in sight. New research out this week revealed about a third of Kiwis are opting to cut back or cut out meat. So we sent our cameraman Nick Monro and reporter Nita Blake-Persen along for a meat-free feed.
Can't get enough, can't get enough, can't get enough, no. Can't get enough, can't get enough, no. Can't get enough, can't get enough.
The classic Kiwi pie with a bit of a twist. It looks like a meat pie, tastes like a meat pie and smells like a meat pie. But there's one major difference.
It's an exclusively vegan competition or plant-based, so it means that there are no animal products whatsoever. We don't want to miss out just because we choose to eat plants, and everyone can eat plant-based pies.
Amanda Sorensen of the Vegan Society has been organising the national pie competition for the past 2 years.
The reason we started the pie competition was because vegan pies were actually banned from the nation's most famous pie competition. You used to be just handed a limp lettuce leaf and a piece of cucumber, and now, you know, the quality and diversity is really great.
Damn it, that's tasty. The Big Mac pie. They've conquered the secret sauce recipe.
There are around 60 pies entered in 7 categories, so-called steak and cheese, mince and cheese, chicken, vegetable, fruit, gluten-free and cafe boutique. Head judge Gerard O'Keefe says there are plenty of substitutes available to avoid animal products.
You're using fat, so you can use extra virgin coconut oil, fats, which are solid. There's lots of alternates that you can use, and they have been getting quite a bit of use, but for the fillings, we're finding jackfruit is turning out to be quite popular. Some people are using poi lentils and other types of beans and lentils, so it's actually pretty good.
The pie entries have come in from all over the country. Auckland actor Emmett Skilton had his plate full in helping to decide the overall winner.
I wouldn't choose to eat 60 at a time, but the fact that there is pretty exciting.
Having been vegetarian for 7 years, he switched to a vegan diet 2 years ago and says there's been a drastic change in attitudes during that time.
That's what you'd think a vegan pie was, right? Which to me represents the, I don't know, hippy-dippy representation of a vegan that everyone jokes about. Whereas that's bullshit, because now you've got vegan pies that look like this. You've got vegan pies that look like our traditional ones.
New research out this week from Life Health Foods found a third of New Zealanders are reducing their meat consumption or not eating meat. Emmett Skilton says the switch has been a no-brainer for him.
Yeah, so what if we've eaten it all along? Doesn't mean that it's good for us or good for our environment. It's the way that the world's changing. We're creating so many options that mean we don't need the traitorous attitude towards it all, because we're realising that the meat that we've been eating for years and years is actually kind of, can you swear? Bullshit. You know, animal treatment, all those kind of things are actually a horrible way of bringing something to your plate.
What we have here is one of my personal favourite pie combinations, the classic mince and cheese. Obviously, no real mince, and cheese is a little bit different also, but I've eaten a fair few regular mince and cheese pies over my lifetime, and I can say this one certainly stacks up. You've got the consistency, a decent amount of cheese ribboned throughout it, and I'm about 3/4 of the way through now. It's filling, it tastes delicious, and I'd give that a solid 8 out of 10.
But this pie judging business is no small test.
There's various aspects of it, not just to do with the look, but also the texture of it, and then texture of the pastry, whether it's cooked well, whether it can be cooked. There's a cold one that you can check to see what it looks like underneath, things like that.
And while some pies may appeal more than others, Emmett Skilton has a simple message for those looking to get a slice of the action.
Just try it. You would not know the difference between these and our traditional pies that we've been growing up with.
For Checkpoint, Nita, the recently converted vegan Blake-Persen.
And in news just to hand, we can announce that Orviado Cafe has taken out the top gong at the Vegan Pie Awards. The Porirua Cafe's winning entry was a barbecue jackfruit and cheese pie.